Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys the Series anime video. In this video I want to talk about the new opening theme for the Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys anime. This is now the fourth opening theme for this series. This series has a new opening theme as of episode 100, which is the latest episode at the time of recording and uploading this video. It's about time they changed the opening theme, and not because the third opening was bad or anything, but because it was used for too long. The first opening was used for 31 episodes, and it was changed to the second opening in episode 32. The second opening was then used until episode 49, so the second opening was only used for 18 episodes, while the third opening was first used in episode 50 and it was used until episode 99, which means that it was used for 49 episodes. Meaning that it lasted for the same number of episodes as the other two combined. So yeah, it definitely had a good run. Now I say new opening, but it is still the same song. 1, 2, 3. The difference is that it is performed by different people. Back when this series began, it was announced that this would be the case, that different people would perform 1, 2, 3 while giving it their own spin. The 1, 2, 3 that was used in episodes 1 through 31 was performed by After the Rain, a duo consisting of Mafu Mafu and Soraru. The 1, 2, 3 that was used in episodes 32 to 49 was performed by Takanori Nishikawa, better known as TM Revolution, and Sho Kiriuin or Kirisho, the vocalist of the band Golden Bomber. The third version of 1, 2, 3, which was used in episodes 50 to 99, was performed by the Karage sisters, which consists of Erika Ikuta and Sayuri Matsumura from the idol group Nogisaka 46. The latest version of 1, 2, 3, which is now the fourth opening, is performed by Rika Matsumoto and Daiki Yamashita, who voice Ash and Go respectively, and they do sing the song in character. Rika Matsumoto is no stranger to singing openings for the Pokemon anime, since she did sing the opening for the XYZ series and the first opening of the Sun and Moon series, just to name a couple. So while the actual song is still the same and it is just performed by different people, the visual portion of the opening is completely different, and that will be the topic of this video. And boy, is there a lot of hype and excitement packed into just a minute and 30 seconds. So let's get to it. Now I do want to say that I will only focus on the parts of the opening that reveal something that will happen in the future. The parts that generate the hype and excitement I mentioned before. Instead of focusing on the entire opening, which is very well made and it has several parts that are really cool. Like Ash sending out his entire Pokemon Journeys team. Ash then turns his cap back and his entire team charges forward and they fire off their attacks. What makes this scene extra great is that Gengar Gigantamaxes, Pikachu uses his C move, and Lucario Mega Evolves, meaning that this segment showcases the three big powers that Ash and his Pokemon have. It also makes poor Dragonite, Sirfetch'd, and Dracovish seem less impressive by comparison, since they don't have any special transformations or moves. There are also several segments where Ash and Go just hang out with their Pokemon in different locations, and some of these segments also feature Chloe and Eevee. All of these are fun and enjoyable moments that give the opening a more personal feel, which is fitting since Ash and Go are literally singing the song. There is also a scene that depicts the beginning of Ash's journey and one that depicts the beginning of Go's journey. There is also a moment that shows Go reaching out for his dream with his 3 starter Pokemon standing with him, which is very cool. There is also an epic segment of Ash facing Leon and his Gigantamax Charizard, and this moment just gives me goosebumps. It is just so beautifully animated and framed. It is definitely one amazing moment and one of the best in the opening. While I will not focus on moments like these, I still wanted to highlight a few of my favorites, because this might be my favorite opening thus far from a visual standpoint. So now let's get to the first moment that I do want to focus on, which is A Christmas episode featuring Dawn? I mean, this is clearly what it is. I guess that we will get an early Christmas episode and Dawn will return yet again. There really is no other explanation unless this is just a fun set piece to include in the opening, even if it might not actually happen. But I do hope that it does, because Christmas episodes are always great and I will never get tired of Dawn no matter how many times she returns to the anime. Moving on, there is a moment where Chloe, dressed in a beautiful outfit, performs a little spin and dance routine with Eevee, who has a cute ornament on her head. This moment ends with all the evolutions appearing behind them. Now, I would love to say that this means that Chloe will participate in a Pokemon contest, but considering that the previews of episode 98 had me saying the same thing and it turns out that Chloe was just performing in a circus, I think that I will refrain from saying this again. Fool me once, Pokemon anime, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. All jokes aside, though, it's safe to assume that Chloe will continue to do all sorts of things until she eventually finds what she really wants to do. This little performance here might just be one of those things. Or it could be something bigger. We really won't know for now, but hey, it's always nice to see Chloe try new things. And the evolutions that appear here are a staple of the openings. And they just hint at the fact that Eevee still needs to choose what to evolve into by meeting all her evolutions. Though at this point, only Sylveon is left. Also, I love that Chloe looks like a magical girl here. And I think that she looks amazing. Moving on, there is a moment where Ash and Go play in front of Kukui's house in the Alola region, alongside Ash's Pokemon from the Alola region that he left with Kukui and alongside the Pokemon Go has caught in the Alola region thus far. A later moment also shows Ash's friends from the Sun and Moon series, so yeah, I think that it's safe to assume that Ash and Go will return to Alola again at some point in the future. And they will reunite with Ash's friends and Pokemon from the Sun and Moon series, which is definitely something to look forward to. Especially since, this time Lilia and Gladion might make more than just a cameo appearance. Moving on, there is a moment where Go and his Cinderace battle alongside Asahi or Danica and Tsurugi or Quillen and their two Urshifu versus all the Regis including Regigigas and the two newest Regis, Regidrago and Regieleki. Ash, Go, and Tsurugi did encounter Regice in episode 71, and in episode 88, Asahi and Tsurugi battled Regirock off screen. So I guess that it is not too surprising that we will get to see battles against all the Regis at some point, courtesy of Project Mew, Asahi, and Tsurugi. And I absolutely cannot wait to see these battles, especially against the new Regis. Moving on, I mentioned before that there is an epic moment of Ash facing Leon and his Gigantamax Charizard. Well, there is another segment that seems to be the follow-up to this previous segment, which features Mega Lucario and its giant Aura Sphere clashing with Gigantamax Charizard's G-Max Wildfire. This is not only an epic moment, but could it perhaps hint at the fact that the final showdown in Ash's battle against Leon will be Gigantamax Charizard versus Mega Lucario? It could be, but I would think that the final showdown would be Gigantamax Charizard versus Gigantamax Pikachu, considering that Ash's first battle against Leon was between Charizard and Pikachu. And both of them Gigantamaxed in the end. In any case, these two segments of Ash facing Leon are just goosebump inducing. And speaking of goosebumps, I now want to talk about the cavalcade of returning characters that this opening shows. I already mentioned Ash's friends from the Alola region, but beyond them, Gary will return again. And in this opening, he has his Blastoise, Arcanine, and Umbreon behind him. It was already known that Gary will return in episode 102 to battle Articuno, alongside Ash and Go. I already made a video on this episode. I will leave a link to it in the description below and at the end of this video. It is also known that in episode 102, Gary will use Arcanine and Umbreon, who are behind Gary here in the opening. And speaking of episode 102, Tokyo or Horace will also return in this episode, and he also appears in this new opening. And like Gary, he has with him in the opening some of the Pokemon that he will use in episode 102. Next, Iris is shown briefly in the opening, meaning that she will return yet again at some point, which is exciting. Hopefully she will battle Ash again. It is funny that both Gary and Iris appeared in the third opening, revealing that they would be returning to the anime. And now they both appear again in the fourth opening, revealing that they will return to the anime yet again. Next, Clement and Bonnie also appear in the opening, so they will be returning as well, which is very exciting. It was actually rumored that they would be returning, and I did not want to cover this until there was confirmation. The image that came with this rumor is from this opening, meaning that parts of the opening leaked early. In any case, it will be great to see both of them again, though I do wonder, where's Serena? You can't have Bonnie and Clement return without having Serena return as well. Fingers crossed that she will return as well. Let her Sylveon be the one that Chloe and Eevee meet. Next, Wallace and his niece Licia also appear in the opening. This is another part of the opening that was leaked early alongside the rumor that Wallace would return and that his niece Licia would appear in the anime for the first time. This is yet another rumor that ended up being true. It will be great to see Wallace again and to see Licia in the anime. Both of them are big on contests, so who knows? Maybe Chloe will indeed get her chance to participate in a Pokemon contest. Next, Marnie and Pierce also appear in the opening. Considering that they just appeared in the anime in episode 99, which is the episode before the opening changed, I think that this means that they will return in the future, which is very exciting. And finally, we get to the two most exciting character returns. Are you ready for the hype? Paul appears in the opening, meaning that he will return. Oh boy, is this exciting. I think that we can expect him to battle Ash. In fact, Paul might even be participating in the World Coronation series. I did say in my video predicting the remaining 4 members of the Master Class that I could see at least one of Ash's past rivals in the Master Class. Maybe Paul is the chosen one. In any case, Paul's return is definitely something to get excited for. And finally, we get to the moment that made my jaw drop. The moment that made me almost stop watching episode 100 so that I could make this video right away. Are you ready for this? Well, Greninja appears in the opening, meaning that Ash's Greninja will return in the future, which is what we have all been waiting for. Like, oh my god guys, I can't even process this properly. That's how thrilled I am with this revelation. Boy am I happy to see Greninja in the opening, and I absolutely can't wait to see Greninja again in the anime. Hopefully we also get to see Greninja transform into Ash Greninja. Man, am I excited for this. Like seriously, I could not sit still when I saw this. And every time I see this segment, I just get goosebumps. Oh, Pokemon Journeys, you sure know how to make the fan in me go completely insane. This series just keeps getting better and better. But that's everything I have for you in this video. Again, Pokemon Journeys just keeps the hype train going with every new preview, special preview, and opening. And this newest opening is no different. Even now, 100 episodes later, Pokemon Journeys continues to generate a level of excitement that is just uncanny. I seriously hope that Pokemon Journeys continues on this path of never-ending thrills. And I absolutely can't wait to see all the amazing episodes that we will surely get in the weeks to come. But that's the video, as always. Leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.